This was widely seen as U.S. President Donald Trump's last chance to change the trajectory of the presidential race, where polls show him losing to his opponent, former Vice President Joe Biden. And Trump's tone was more moderate, although fact-checkers say he made many dubious claims and misstatements about his record and Biden's throughout the debate. And his rhetoric was still inflammatory, especially on immigration.
We would say, come back in 2 years, 3 years, we're going to give you a court case. You need Perry Mason. We're going to give you a court case. When you say they come back, they don't come back, Joe. They never come back. Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ, they might come back.
Okay, President Trump, let's give Vice President.
Trump's own government says that is untrue. It says more than half of asylum seekers show up for court. Private studies put the number at 85%. Biden called his policies criminal.
These 500-plus kids came with parents. They separated them at the border to make it a disincentive to come to begin with. Real tough. We're really strong. And guess what? They cannot, it's not coyotes didn't bring them over. Their parents were with them. They got separated from their parents. And it makes us a laughing stock and violates every notion of who we are as a nation.
But Biden didn't escape the notice of fact-checkers either, although to a lesser extent, and his exchange with Trump on the future of big oil has emboldened Republicans.
Would you close down the oil
By the way,
industry?
I would transition from the oil industry, yes.
Oh,
I will
that's
transition.
a big statement.
It is a big statement.
Analyst Nyambi Carter thinks in a race where most voters have already made up their mind and tens of millions have already voted, the back and forth on immigration could hit home.
I think it probably did perhaps do something more to the people on the margins who may have voted for him because of partisan identification, but not because they necessarily cared for the man or his policies. And I think those people are perhaps the most persuadable at this moment, but we don't know until, the election is called.
At this debate watch party, the issue resonated.
About those children that's in cages and stuff, I think it's very wrong, to lock up kids and keep them from their families.
But it likely won't cost him support from his base.
Like when you look at the moderators, I think a lot of those questions are geared where they try to get your gotcha questions. When they talk about race, and they try to act as if race relations under his administration has been flipped upside down.
This race is a referendum on Trump, his policies, his personality, and this final debate made clear to those who are for and against him exactly what and who he is as the clock ticks down and millions of votes are cast each day. Patty Culhane, Al Jazeera.